After my glorious food tour this morning, I took a break, had a nap. I'm feeling all refreshed and ready for more. And tonight, it's all about the street food. And we're gonna get started with some instant noodles. Let's go. First of all, that's really pretty. It's like sitting under a bright room of stars. What's really cool about this place is that they take Indomie ramen or Indomie instant noodles, which are those, well, take a look. I love it already on its own. And they take that and make it into a dish. I can't wait to see what they come up with. And I'm gonna tell you guys something else that's really awesome about this dish after I get it. While I'm waiting for my food, I got a couple of drinks. I was told these are must-try Indonesian drinks. This is a Milo Dino. Oh, nice, thank you. I think you gotta mix. Ooh. This is a delicate operation here.
Oh, you're supposed to eat it? Oh. Oh.
Okay, I made a mistake. I was supposed to actually eat the powder. Little did I know. That is really, really chocolatey. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I mean, it's good. I feel like after you eat this, you're gonna be hyped up on sugar for a while. And that's gonna be really true for this next drink too. This is a happy soda. I think the reason why they call this a happy soda is because when you're that hyped up on sugar, you're gonna be happy. Because this is just red Fanta poured into a cup of condensed milk. All right, let's see if this makes me happier. It's pretty though. Yeah. I mean, this is like an embarrassment of riches right here. It's sugar poured into creamy sugar. Wow, look how pink it's gotten. Huh, it kind of reminds me of like Pepto-Bismol though. I gotta tell you guys, I gotta be completely honest with you. I don't actually eat a lot of sugar. I don't drink soda typically, but I gotta say, this is pretty delicious. I mean, it's really sweet, but at the same time, it's creamy, it's milky. It tastes good. I mean, is this good for you? Absolutely not, but it does taste pretty good. And I'll tell you what, it has made me a little happier. But pretty interesting flavors. Hi, oh wow, look at that. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Every one of them gets me excited, but let's start with the noodles. These are the two Indomie noodles. One is the soup version, it's salted egg, and this thing is extra spicy. This is the spiciest version you can get. Level 10 spice. And again, Indomie noodles reinvented, cooked into this. I haven't told you the greatest thing about this yet, but let's try this thing first. Look at the broth. Oh. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I figured level 10, how spicy could it be? It's pretty spicy. Oh, okay. That, just a warning. Whew. I can smell the salted eggs from here. That's a really creative, delicious way of cooking these instant noodles. I mean, as spicy as this is, again, unless you guys can really handle your heat, I wouldn't really recommend the level 10, but you get a nice salted egg flavor.
The spice?
It's biting, then it doesn't overwhelm the flavor either. So overall, this is a really solid bowl of noodles. This next bowl, I'm really, really excited about this. Check this out.
You guys ever seen a...
If you guys never seen an eggable sunset before, take a look at this. Isn't that the most prettiest thing you ever seen? A stir-fried Indomie ramen with just the most gorgeous sunny side up egg with some corned beef. And to eat this, I kind of got to do something I don't want to do, and that's to destroy this picture-perfect egg. And this particular bowl of instant noodles is level 5 spice, so halfway. Let's see how much this hurts. It's almost heartbreaking doing this. That lovely yolk is just mingling with the noodles. There's some scrambled eggs here as well. And there's little bits of carbon in here as well, as you can tell that it was cooked in a wok, extremely high temperature. Oh yeah. Indomie likey. These noodles are so creamy. Oh my gosh, it's so creamy. Because there's so many textures of eggs in here. The egg yolk is more acting like a food glue right now, just attaching the noodles, the beef, the scrambled eggs, the egg whites all together in one place. This thing is nice and beefy, and the level 5 spice, I think that's actually pretty perfect. It's spicy, but it doesn't interfere with the flavors a single bit. I mean, I had some really quality noodles this morning, but to change a simple pack of instant noodles to this, that's like changing a stick figure to the Mona Lisa. Let's switch from the noodles to desserts. This, it looks like a cheese enchilada or something, but it's actually a grilled banana with cheese on top. Banana cheese, chocolate sprinkles. This is like a 10-year-old's fantasy right here. And guys, this is so, look how much cheese they give you on this. And at this point, the chocolate sprinkles are pretty melty. Oh, goodness. I mean, there's nothing not to love on this plate, right? Grilled bananas, awesome. Cheese, even more awesome. Not my preferred way of chocolate intake, but still, can't complain about that. I mean, it tastes fine. It tastes exactly like what you would think it would taste like. A chocolatey, cheesy, grilled banana. And this right here, this is a toast, obviously, with butter on each side and caramel crunch in the middle. And this is toasted over charcoal. Yep. This is pretty dang delicious. Again, I expected really no less from this. It's basically toast drenched in butter. It's grilled, it's crispy on the outside, it's pillowy and soft on the inside. The caramel crunch, that's not gonna taste bad. And overall, with everything combined, makes this one of the most addictive dessert items you may ever eat. I'm literally using every ounce of my will not to grab another piece of the toast. It is so good. But I know it's so bad. Everything here, let's just put it out there. Nothing I ate at this place is really good for you. But is this simply delicious? Yeah. All right, you know what? Whatever, I already canceled my last month's workout by drinking down that happy soda thing. So I'm gonna take my toast, put a banana on it, and then add some cheese, make me a little butter toast, caramel crunch, grilled banana, chocolate sprinkle cheese sandwich. Here's to saying goodbye to a year of my life. And there are no regrets. I think you can guess how crazy good this is, right? I don't even have to tell you. It's insanely delicious. If you want to try some of the most decadent things on the planet, yeah, this is your spot right here. And yes, it is truly that good. But for some strange reason, everything I've had here, it didn't make me feel full. Like, it made me feel like I want more food. So after this, we're gonna go get some more food. My next stop, well, might have gone a little overboard, but I'm at the Pluit area in Jakarta, which this is like an open area food court. It's kind of almost like a big open air hawker stand all around this area, which is dozens of food booths offering a variety of local dishes. And this is what I got. Let me introduce you to my friends here. I got some spring rolls, I have some nasi campur, beef skewer satay, duck meat fin, fish cakes, and then Hainanese chicken mix with pork and rice and eggs and cucumbers. I think I got enough, right? Yeah. Let's eat. Again, I'm in one of those situations where I have no idea what to even start off with. So let's start with the simplest thing, the skewer. And I say it's simple, yet it's not really, because you got the nice little skewers on top. Then think it's some kind of mochi rice cake dealie. Interesting. No, it's a rice cake. Not a really flavorful rice cake. I feel like that's kind of almost to cleanse the palate a little bit. Or you can use that to kind of wipe off all the gravy on the bottom. Oh yeah, it's just a beef skewer with some satay sauce, but man, there's something about it that you just love. And although you get some nice flavor from the padang sauce, it's really the beef that's winning me over here. The flavorful beef that is chewy and smoky and just something really irresistible about it. You just kind of want more and more. I mean, this thing's a little spicy. It's pretty mild. The flavor is not very aggressively strong. It's not like a lot of the other Indonesian dishes I've had today, but it's such great flavor. Now, as you're chewing it, it just releases in your mouth. There's something like really comforting about it. Got two types of spring rolls here. This is a deep fried one and a steamed one, both with the same filling. I think this is some bamboo shoots in there. It looks like some chicken. Not really 100% sure, but we got a couple of different types of dipping sauce. Plum dipping sauce and green chili dipping sauce. Let's just get a little mix of both here. The outside, incredibly crunchy. I think there's fish in here actually, not chicken. Everything else just balances really well. I can't really taste the fish. It doesn't really stand out as a main ingredient inside the spring roll, but it's delicious just because anytime I have a spring roll and the wrapper is nice and thin and crispy, I consider that a win. And on the inside, look at this, tons of filling. Wow, this one tastes better than the last one. I think I'm more a fan of the green chili sauce than the plum sauce. It doesn't feel like it's overly greasy or anything. It just feels light and crispy and nice. Baked spring roll is something I've never had before. You can definitely see some fish in here, some lettuce, some chilies. All right, this thing keeps falling out. It's like failing at dipping this spring roll. definitely the more refreshing spring roll. I think my favorite out of the two is this one right here because it's got a lot of different texture. Although I love the crispy outside layer of the spring roll, this thing is soft on the outside, but the crunch is all within. You got a crunch from the lettuce, the bamboo shoots, and a little bit from the chilies that's in here as well. I just feel like this is a more fulfilling spring roll for me. That's all I'm saying. Oh, and that green chili sauce, that'll light your tongue on fire, but you'll keep coming back and begging for more. This is a really interesting one. This is the duck meat fin. It slices a duck and it looks like chicken too. It's a mysterious meatball. I don't know what that is. A fish ball and an egg. And underneath, just like the noodles from this morning, a little hidden medley of some sprouts and some green onions. I love it when the noodles feel really, really springy. And right now, it definitely does. I love this. It's my favorite thing so far. It's not the most flavorful dish I've had on this table, but there's something just so substantially fulfilling about this dish. Because when you're chewing a duck, the grease releases and it's spreading all over the noodles, and it just has such a fantastic, robust flavor to it. Really mixed dish. It just goes really well. You know what it is too? They put a lot of butter in here. Like, I feel like, I mean, this is good, but I feel like if you add some chili in here, this will be phenomenal. And then give me a couple of sauces for the duck. Oh, this will elevate these noodles to Super Saiyan level. This thing is a little vinegary, really spicy. Oh man. This is my favorite by far. That sauce was everything for this. This was more of a buttery, fatty flavor, but after the sauce, it's vinegary, it's citrusy, it's spicy. Which highlights the buttery flavor of the noodles and the fatty flavor of the duck even more. All right, this thing, nasi campur. This is complex right here. Take a look at this. There's pork rundown on top, some potatoes, some bamboo shoots, some sambal sauce, crispy little fish. You got some tempeh, which is a fermented soybean, little bits of crispy peanuts with little anchovies here, eggplant, tofu. So basically to eat this, just give it a little mix. Oh, there's some intestine here too. Wow. It's pretty much everything you want. It's savory, spicy, tons of different crunch. The pork is nice and tender. Everything mixes well with the rice. But what's amazing about it is that they do all each play their own respective role, and it works really, really, really well together. This thing is complex. It looks a little chaotic, but it does work. Look at this. I totally forgot about this. This is kind of crazy. This is beef skin puffs. These look like little tofu puffs. I've never had anything to do with beef skin made into crispy puffs before. And you eat this with the skewer sticks. Wow. I would eat that on its own. This tastes like a finer, lighter, crispier version of pork rind, or pork skin. This is actually extremely delicious. I just want to get to this before it gets too cold. Look at this. This is glutinous rice served on a banana leaf with just coconut shaving all over it, looking like a delicious snow-capped mountain. And there's different types of rice treats in here. Got this big one on top. It's like a mochi ball. Oh, there's something inside. Oh, it's oozing. I don't know what is oozing, but I think this is something you gotta just take a bite out of. But still, like, I've never seen like a mochi ball bleed before. Oh, wow, that is a delight. It's a sugary syrup that was in that little mochi ball. Oh, that was good. Man, the syrup is like heated a little bit too, so it kind of tastes a little bit like caramel. Oh, and this thing like is so delicate. Look at this. I don't love that. It's really crumbly. It just completely falls apart when it enters your mouth. Maybe it's because I was expecting it to have some sort of chew and it didn't. And this little triangle thing. Oh, it's just glutinous rice. Like really thick glutinous rice. This is really good. I'm glad I finished with this. One thing I would have made this so much better, some ice cream. They'll glue all the coconut shavings together with the rice and the mochi ball. I think that really would have made this dessert absolutely perfect. But on its own, it's still really delicious. All right, after this meal, it will mark the end of my first food adventure day in Jakarta, and I'll tell you guys what, there's gonna be a lot of fun food memories to last me a lifetime. And just having been here for one day, and besides having one of the most food-fulfilled days of my life, I am really looking forward to what else this country has to offer. And guys, as always, all the places I went to is listed in my description box below. And by the way, a lot of you guys have been asking me about my t-shirt. This one, powered by Hot Oil, as you should know that I am. So if you want to get yourself this t-shirt or any one of the others from our store, the link is available for you in my description box below. Also, I think it's on the merchandising shelf right below this video. All right, guys, I gotta finish this up and be prepared to have probably the biggest food coma day of my life. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.